Well, that's why certification matters, because it's going to meet a set of standards that otherwise, if you just watch YouTube videos on how to do Scrum, well, first of all, have you seen some of them? And then second of all, like, how do you know who you're listening to?
Well, speaking of certifications, we've talked about this shift of, more delivery excellence and this being agile. How relevant do you see all of these agile certifications today? Should professionals continue to pursue them? Should it be, so I need to back up a little bit. Oftentimes I see people, I I just got my certified Scrum Master, so therefore I'm a Scrum Master. Never done Scrum a day in their life. Um, it is this race to get all of these certifications. And I don't know, from
Yeah.
your perspective as a leader, a hiring manager, what does that kind of look like to you? And then on the flip side, as someone that does provide certifications, why your certification? Why not just take a course versus
Mhm.
going for that next certification? So I've left you a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's a fun, like philosophical question, and you'll hear this sort of agile industrial complex of certification factory. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. All right. And full disclosure, I mean, I own a company that sells self-paced certified agile training. It's like, so obviously I'm going to be for it. Hello. Like I want to, like, I don't own the company, so as it's not a nonprofit. Okay. So anyway, so like sorry, I'm for,
Oh no, I'm
I'm
there with you.
for certifications, but look, and there's a couple of reasons behind that. One is, let's be honest, the industry demands it, so I don't know how you don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can bemoan that all you want. I can see the job openings as well as you can. The industry demands it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like that's that. Now, two, the difference between like a certified program and John's bait and tackle and agile training. Okay. It's like one is going to be taught by a professional who has been in the field for 30 years and has done delivery in traditional and agile environments. And the other one's going to be someone who's just trying to make $5 off of you, right?
Right.
There's a reason why Udemy is cheap. It's just you never know what you're gonna find out there, right? Now, not, please, all the Udemy instructors, don't email me. I'm not, you're
It's okay.
awesome.
I'm an
And
Udemy instructor. So.
but hey, me too. No, I have a course out there. Like I got it. I got it, but it's not expensive. Okay. It's
Right.
just not. And so is it my best product? Or, and who's rating my work? Well, at Kairise, when we put up our courses, IC Agile, the International Consortium for Agile, reviews our course to meet its learning objectives for all of our classes. So we've got a third-party international group founded by signers of the Agile Manifesto looking at my product going, yes, it meets these standards. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
why certification matters, because it's going to meet a set of standards that otherwise, if you just watch YouTube videos on how to do Scrum, well, first of all, have you seen some of them? And then second of all, like, how do you know who you're listening to? So I think certification matters, and I think that the second part of your question was like, so why Kairise? Well, for us, we're the global leader in IC Agile self-paced training. We invented it with IC Agile. We were the first ones to bring them and say, could we do self-paced? And they had nothing on the radar, and we piloted with them for 6 months and then got approval to do it. And now we're in our middle of our second course. And so what that means is we kind of like take the YouTube approach, no video more than 5 minutes. You can learn what you want when you want. You can go back to it anytime. You ready to run sprint retrospective? Great. Go watch the retro 6 minutes on retro, download the template that we include with you and go run your retro. You don't have to go, oh, what did I do with that workbook? Is it on my bookshelf? How do I, and you have to remember to the 2-day class you took in 2023. No, just go watch the lesson. So that's why I think like self-paced is the way to go. And for the neurodivergent group, like this is for you. You don't want to go sit in a 2-day class. You
Mm-hmm.
want something that you can just do little pieces at a time. So we get lots of good reviews from that community. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. And I know you sell certified training as well, and the PMP prep course. So I know you believe in training, certified training as well.
And it speaks to exactly what you said. the market demands it. Businesses demand it.
Yeah.
Being here in the DC area, where I am, it's, the PMP in particular is a
Yeah.
certification in demand for federal contracts, sometimes for state contracts. And it just differentiates you, honestly. I mean, we're all project managers. I'm not going to deny that. But some of us are, I'll say, wanting to put the signal out there that we are truly engaged in the profession, that we truly do want to build up our skill sets. And doing certification training it's not just you take a class, pass a test. You also had to apply for it, right, for a lot of the certifications. So you're also demonstrating that you have the
That's right.
background,
That's right.
in doing that. And that's important as well, that people have that, people being the industry, your future bosses, that they have a level of confidence that you know the ropes and you're building
Yeah.
upon your skills. And I think that's the value of certifications.
That's
um,
great. It's the North Star. It's look, if you come to my IC Agile foundations course, you're going to learn the best practices for how to do Agile delivery from a person who's been in the industry for 30 years and knows how to do product delivery.
and
Now,
that matters.
I, it does matter. And it's the best practice. Now, if you go do something different, that's fine. But at least you have the North Star and like this is how we could do it. And then you go out to your first project and you're like, ah, like nobody, they just want to meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's like, okay, well, okay, but the North Star. The North Star, like, what's the purpose of the daily scrum? It's to make a daily plan with the team. Okay, well, how are they doing that? Yes, because on Tuesday and Thursday, they are able to do that asynchronously. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. But if you didn't know the North Star, you might just be like, hey, it says daily scrum. So nope, we're
Right.
meeting every day. Well, what you need to know the reason for the daily scrum. And I'm just picking on that. Insert any other practice.
No, that's a
The
really
North
fair
Star. You
point.
have to understand the North Star so that you can then understand when it's probably good to not do it exactly that way. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't know that, then you're just sort of, I don't know. That's being an expert in the craft, I think, is part of it.
i'm I'm already excited about your courses. I can't wait to sign up. I get PDUs, right? Awesome.
Absolutely. Link right in there will tell you exactly which section for each PDU. But yeah, 16. Yep.
So exciting.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like, I mean, you have a lot of great things going on. Are there any other exciting projects or initiatives that you are working on? You mentioned, feel free to mention it again to our listeners.
Yeah, the big one that we're doing, and we're building in public. So every other Friday morning on LinkedIn, we have a LinkedIn Live event where we share the latest lesson that we're working on, and we give the behind the scenes of how to build, of how we're building self-paced, certified self-paced training. So me and the two guys, we get on and we play a lesson in the screen, and then we kind of pick it apart. And so you're getting a behind the scenes look at how we build. And we also welcome feedback that we may incorporate into the finished product because it's not finished at that point. It's still in flight. So that's kind of fun. And you know what that demonstrates? That demonstrates we're an adaptive organization. We're very late in the development process and we're asking for feedback, so we're fans of that. But it's called Agile Project Management. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll see I post on it every other Friday. But our course offerings right now, the foundational program that we have is called Agile Foundations, and we call it the ultimate package. It's got the IC Agile Certified Professional. It's got a Kanban Essentials training, which is a standalone training. It's got a toolkit with 25 plus tools and reusable assets to put in your tool belt, lifetime access to all that. And we're offering it to your listeners for $299. That's it, like
Ooh,
dirt cheap. We're going to put a
nice.
discount code up here in one of the links with it, with your podcast, and that'll be, I mean, that's the cheapest price we've ever had it. So anyway,
So listeners, listen up. You better take advantage of it. So I have to I
anyway,
have to
that's what's
make
going
sure
on.
we keep let them know. So I love
Totally
it.
right.
Everybody loves a bargain. Everybody loves. So we'll
Oh my gosh,
definitely
it's
keep
about
that
the
in mind.
sale, right? I got a good deal.
I know exactly. But I can already tell they will get so much more out of that. So you're delivering a lot of value, which is what we want to do anyway in our
That's right.
delivery projects. Mike, before we catch up, I was kind of close up. I always love to ask this question of my guests. If money were no object, what would you do instead of being the agile delivery excellent expert that you are?
Oh, yeah. I'll maybe close with something I opened with. I love homeschooling, and I think that I would probably talk more about that. I don't have enough time to do that.
Oh,
I would just talk
nice.
about like some of the benefits and like why I like it. It's so maybe something with I don't. No one's ever asked me if money were no object. It's always been an object, so I don't know. I don't know.
I think though that would be a fantastic podcast. I don't know if there's
Maybe.
enough people. I think it would be great. I think it would be awesome. Well, Mike, how can people contact you,
Yeah.
Kairise, your team around learning more about just staying in touch?
Yeah, well, of course, my LinkedIn profile is going to be the fastest way to get a hold of me, and I do respond to all of my direct messages, and it's right there. If you even got a booking link, if you just want to hang out and have a cup of coffee, virtual cup of coffee, right on my LinkedIn page. I post every day, and so please follow and comment, and I do interact on that platform regularly. We have a newsletter sign up there as well. Feel free to do that. But then if you visit Kairise, Kairise, Kairise.com, you can learn and we can watch some of our sample videos and take a look at some of the products we have to offer there. So that's probably the best way.
That's awesome. And I failed to ask, so I'm going to ask now. Where did you get the name Kairise from?
Oh, yeah, Kai for Kaizen and
Uh-huh.
Rise as to elevate. So
Oh, very
sure.
nice. I thought the Kai was for Kaizen, so I just wanted to make sure. That is awesome. Well, Mike, thanks again.
Yeah.
Folks, you heard it. You heard from Mike. Stay connected with him and all the things Kairise. And thank you so much for
What a
joining
treat.
me. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in to this special series with our guest. If you enjoyed these episodes, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It helps us bring even more great content to you. I'm Crystal Richards, and this is Real Life PMP Podcast. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and celebrate all of your wins.